For me, I did not see any major economic policy shift, any major desire to change path. And I was not thrilled.
When you say you don't see any major policy direction, for instance, on importation, the government is going to cut down importation.
Well,
Then we are going to have an export-driven economy.
Let me profess my layman economic point of view.
Right.
The basic reason for the depreciation of the cedi is the fact that there is demand for dollar.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are chasing dollars.
Yes.
And what are the people chasing the dollars for? They are chasing the dollars because we are primarily an importing nation.
Yeah.
If the government can arrest the importation of 60% of our import needs and requirements, that 60% is a huge chunk of dollars that can be protected. So what strategies do the government have to address that issue? Today, you don't need to be carrying dollars, pounds, or euro on you. If your money is in your account, in your bank, and you have your card, your debit card, everywhere you are in the world, you are able to use your debit card to purchase. And there will be an automatic conversion on that debit card. So you don't need to carry physical foreign cash. How come it is no longer a crime to see somebody carrying X amount of dollars or X amounts of euros across the borders of this country? So that it will arrest the physical dollar flight, the need to own physically dollars. I didn't see any major shift in our economic pathway. So for me, we are still very worried.
You are still very worried?
Yes.
Despite mentioning those policies, for instance, the importation that I talked to you about, we are not going to concentrate on importing more.
Is that
producing more?
Is that new to you? Because have you forgotten the struggle around the benchmark values? There is nothing new. From where I sit, there is absolutely nothing new.
To the extent that Bank of Ghana is being asked to check, go around and arrest black
is that not what they are supposed to do? Bank of Ghana, is that not what they are supposed to do? What is new? That is their traditional job. That is what they are supposed to do. They renege on their obligations. So if somebody is asking them to go back and take on the cloak of their responsibilities and their obligations, what is new?
The president said, I'm going to engage those in the mining sector that whatever they get a foreign exchange are invested locally, paid in banks in Ghana before they are flown.
What is new? Which country does that? Which country allows monies gotten in the country to fly out without any restrictions? Which country does that? In the United States of America, if you are driving your car or you are holding a bag with a certain amount of money, the FBI will arrest you, confiscate that money, and you have to justify the source of that money. Today in the United States. So why are we creating the impression as if it is new?
Would you say the president failed on touching stronger regulatory?
I was expecting to see the announcement of major economic policies. That is a shift from the way we do things.
Like what?
The issue of the currency. Ghana finds itself entrapped within countries that use similar currency called the CFA.
That's correct.
The CFA for a very long time have been very stable. The CFA is stable because the CFA is being shored up by the French economy. Can we begin asking ourselves this conversation, whether our cedi itself does have ability to survive, one, in the nature of our economy, and also the fact that we find ourselves encircled by CFA countries? And can we change course? has the time come for us to stop getting emotionally attached to our CD and find another way of addressing this depreciation issue? I wanted to see an initiation of a conversation in that direction.
Changing the city to what?
To something that is more sustainable, something that is more capable of sustaining itself in a sea of currencies that is being used in West Africa.
Okay, to the use of CFA.
If that is what will bring me relief, I don't have a problem. Because don't forget, the Dutch used to have their Dutch guilder.
Yeah.
The Germans used to have their Dutch marks. The French used to have their French franc. They've given all these up for what? The euro. And they did not crumble, they did not collapse.
When you read a portion of the president's statement, and you have cited international dimension, now the statement is saying that, for instance, inflation has increased in these very countries that you are mentioning, 7-fold, 8-fold. In the case of Ghana, it's 5-fold for the past years now. So, do you think a policy shift in the use of the currency would address this problem?
Yes, but look, the countries that you are talking about, are we getting this price catastrophic situation in Togo? What does Togo produce more than Ghana? When you go to Benin, what does Benin produce more than Ghana? When you go to Côte d'Ivoire, what does Côte d'Ivoire produce more than Ghana? How come that prices of goods and services are relatively more stable in these countries than in Ghana? What do they produce? How different is their economy from our economy? When you count the number of factories in Togo or Benin, how significantly more are those countries than Ghana? So what actually is happening? Are we doing something that is not helping us? When we talk about capital flight, so what is special about Ghana that people are changing our cedis into dollar and taking it away that is not happening in our neighboring countries in West Africa? We need to begin asking some of these questions.
And the president even failed to touch that.
I didn't see the president touch that. I didn't see the president touch that.
Mr. Akabo, there's a portion we talked about pensions.
Yes.
I think that should give you a sign of relief.
It did. It did, because then indicating that there will be no haircut.
Exactly.
And that our pensions, investment, and treasury bill investments are safe.
Yeah.
The question is that, yes, they may be safe, but what is the effect of inflation on the real value of money so invested? That's what you have to ask. Because if somebody is going to retire and was expecting to retire with 40,000 Ghana cedis, what is the value of 40,000 Ghana cedis today? I hope you understand.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you believe that all these things have been eroded?
Absolutely.
But how would these things feed into your next negotiations on base pay?
Well, I am even surprised that we have not commenced negotiations on base pay, because we are in today is the last day of October.
That's correct.
When is the finance minister going to present the budget?
In 2-3 weeks' time.
So how come we have not sitting down to negotiate our base pay? Because somebody is scared of what the outcome of the negotiation for base pay will be.
Why would you say that, Mr. Akabo?
Yeah, but look, if you know that you definitely have to factor base pay for 2023 in the budget that is going to be read in November, and up to now you have not sat down with labor to start negotiating the base pay for 2023, it's an indication that somebody is scared about the outcome of that negotiation.
Are you going to table how straight those figures are?
We will be realistic in relation to the real economic situation we find ourselves.
Like what?
Oh, I mean, if I could buy A, B, C, D with 100 Ghana cedis and today I'm buying it ABCD at 200 Ghana cedis, then I'll ask you to bring me to where you found me. If you are not going to give me, bring me to a better point, bring me to where you found me. That's all.
That means that we are going for more than 50%. Tell me that.
We are going for what is real. We are going for what is real.
But have you considered the distress in the economy?
The distress
There's a global difficulty.
The distress in the economy is an aggregation of distress in individuals' economy. It is the individual economies, household economies, that come together to coalesce to become the national economy. So you cannot separate the national economy from the economy of the individual.
There's a direct bearing.
There's a direct relationship between these two economies.
When are you expected to start these negotiations?
That is what I indicated, that I'm surprised, and that we will be making that call presently to ensure that negotiations commence.
That you will not be rushed into accepting any figures?
No. We shouldn't be rushed in accepting any figures, because this is life and death matter.
And no more 0%?
Oh, no, there can't be 0%.
Why?
Because the price of fuel is up there, the price of transportation is up there, the price of goods and services are up there, and there can't be 0%.
There can't be 0%.
No, it's not possible.
It's not possible.
No, it will not be possible.
Right. So on a scale